And but I've done an audiobook as well, and I was finding it hard to get it accepted because I've done impersonations of people, and so my voice level used to change a lot, and I don't know, for some reason, it was technical reasons. So I thought, YouTube channel, so here we go. Here's the journey. But I've always been into accents, like, and from a very young age. Our next door neighbour was from near Enniskillen in Northern Ireland, and she used to come in on a Sunday morning to our house. She was a school teacher, and she was used to speaking to the back of the class. And we'd be lying in bed on a Sunday morning, and she'd be up in the kitchen speaking to my mum, and all you'd hear is, "Moses Larios, Moses Larios, Moses Larios." Oh, you want down here? A word of Mrs. Larios. The doors are rattling the hinges. Oh my God. But she was a nice woman. She had a good sense of humour, I told her, Miss McSherry, I was cutting her hedge for her, and I said, I have a confession to make. A confession to make. Oh, I said, I used to impersonate you on stage. Oh, Dave! But I do have another friend. She's from Northern Ireland as well, and as some people call it, Northern Ireland. In other words, as a country that's already there, the north of Ireland. But she's actually sister of a very famous comedian. But she used to have a pub, and one Sunday night I was in. I suppose it's not something to be boasting about. I'm not boasting about it actually, But I was downstairs. It's late on a Sunday night, and she was trying to get people out. And she was upstairs, and above the pub, and she came down, and she says, "I can hear your voice upstairs. I'm in a new unit hospital down there." I said, "That makes me a good customer, doesn't it?" But yeah, I've always been intrigued by accents. Yeah, I used to go into a Jamaican bar down in the Midlands, and but I hadn't been in for a long time because I've been away and da. And I looked around and to see it. I asked, "Has anybody seen this guy I used to know? Anybody seen, what we call him? We can't call him his real name, obviously. Anybody seen Tony lately?" And then it abruptly comes, "Tony dead, man." I said, "What?" So I was doubly shocked at the way, the kind of sudden way I heard, and obviously shocked at Tony being dead, like. And I stood there like a goat in a snowstorm for a few minutes. And then I said, "But Tony wasn't old." The guy goes, "You don't have to be old to die, man." But it's kind of refreshing too, people that are totally themselves. And, it gets to the point, basically. I have a friend from Atlanta, Georgia, talking about accents. I just love that accent. I love the way they just draw their words out, I could listen to him all night. Like, as a matter of fact, I did one night listen to him all night. But he was telling me, his name was James, and he was telling me that his son moved up to New York, and he hadn't been up there long, and James went up to visit him. Son's name is John. So James went up to visit his son, and he says, we went out for a few drinks, and I think John got a little confused on the way home because I think we got on the wrong train. But I didn't mind, and John was dozing off, and I just got talking to this Russian American gentleman, and I was talking to him for a long time, and after a while I said to him, I said, "Well, what do you think, sir? Do you think I'd cut a good CD? Do you think I'd make it in the comedy business?" Well, he turned to me and said, "Man, I had never heard so much trash coming off the top of one man's head in all my life." Thank you. Till later. Why do dogs do that? I think my sister thinks he's sad when he does that. I don't know. It's a tough one. Wolves do it. He thinks he's a bit of a wolf, don't you? Are you a wolf, are you? Alright, till later. I'll get back with you later. Okay.